Everybody's in India. Hype is auditioning in India. There's the new and crazy, bizarre world of Indian boy groups.
For the first time! You know,
They're outstation.
You gotta feed the teenage girls.
Saban Kotecha.
Outstation. Ivan, isn't he famous on Instagram? They've worked
with the rice.
Ariana Grande's producer.
Yeah, Saban is the One Direction boy. One Direction.
See, you gotta feed the girls. Don't I see these things? I see these things. I'm a girl.
Everyone's been talking about groups in India lately.
Nice though.
I know the fans
That's nice.
made it. It's like Darshan Rawal.
Oh yeah. It's quite nice though. Aww. Ooh, that guitar is gorgeous.
It's fucking nice.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Is that them?
I think so. Are those the guys that used to go viral on Reels for like singing all together in a couch?
Yes. Oh, weird.
He's dangerous.
Unison.
He's also dangerous. God damn.
It's like a bunch of Darshan Ravals mixed together, and they've multiplied themselves.
I kind of like it. I kind of like what's going on.
They face challenges as
well, to be honest, let me just say something. This is unusual especially for group singing in India to have different harmony layers and things like that. This is very unheard of. I kind of love the fact that this is sort of hitting the market.
What a life, man.
Ooh, those drums are...
No bubble.
Yeah, I know. I love that it's a raw audio though.
Even live they do the unison singing thing.
Because I think that's the usual sound. It's a very echoey call.
Well, they seem to be facing issues. Boy groups in India is going to be rough. There might be some friction, but...
A little bit of resistance.
So far, they face scrutiny regarding the hype regarding their sudden rise, with some questioning the quick success of their debut and overcoming the stereotypes of a boy band.
Overcoming them.
That's not a bad thing. I mean, if you're getting scrutiny for being too popular too fast, fuck it, you're doing it right.
Well.
India's first next-gen boy band!
Oh, Akash Bakla. He's the YouTuber guy.
Didn't they disband? That's pretty good warming up technique.
It's good to see.
This is very Western.
Very Western. It's a weird world, boy groups in India.
See, and they're actually warming up with our larynx too. Ooh. Very mature sound for their image. I like that. Nice, I like that.
Okay.
See, this is the part that I generally think is hard to do.
What?
The money part.
That's better production.
That's very good.
That's an improvement. What about track?
Very nice. Lean towards that. That's awesome.
We're meant to be together till the end.
Nice though. That works.
Don't think he can do that live, but
I read that too.
let's see him live.
Your color affected alive. Look at you tonight. Waleska उठावे दे हरेरे घट दे उंगला छुपा के तू धनक फिर दी गिरे बना दोने ना
Oh, they're splitting.
चम 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 के सितारे वारे
Yeah, come on.
खचनाई बारी बारी खुशनामी पहुंचने वाली तू जहां में
Yeah, they're vocal splitting.
Wow,
The
that's
fuck?
the first time in India for me. Interesting. I would hate if that's a turn that pop takes in India.
Well, hype is there, so it definitely is. I was gonna say, so two issues, right? I see one, yeah, the money. I'm not actually that bothered about the money because I think there's a ton of money in India. You just have to get the big dogs in,
No,
and then
I'm
that's
just saying the money in terms of like how will investors look at this? Because
Now they will.
as far as I'm concerned, like especially because they already exist. Like so, hype hasn't gotten in. Like the big boom behind this
doesn't
hasn't really
matter.
gotten
If
in.
hype is in now, it means Sony was in last year,
That's what I mean.
and Sony was in the year prior to that. So it's
How-
just
how
hype.
do you invest in something that the projected market feels like there's gonna be resistance? I think
You don't
like-
know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Hype doesn't think so. So
Yeah, well, there
they're
you go.
in. Sony doesn't think so. They're in. I just think in India you struggle a lot. It's not because of the money or whatever the fuck. Struggle a lot is because people don't consume music in that way.
That's what I'm.
So they consume music in the movie way. So it's really interesting in that sense. I can't remember.
Unless these guys get like a OST for a film, like a title track
Yeah,
for a
that
film,
might be.
then that might be
that
it.
might be a way. However, though, you do have Anuv Jain. He doesn't have any fucking OSTs. You do have you have these artists out there, that are really that popular. Sanjeev is another one of them. Hedge, right? Whatever his name is, that's his name. You have people that can kick ass that way. It's just it will take some work, and someone has to do it. Someone's gonna have to be the fall guy. There's gonna be groups that will fail along the way, and then there will be a really successful Indian group. 2021.
One Direction, BTS, Backstreet Boys, but I bet you haven't heard about ESC. And we have some
Yes.
Yes, see.
Shit.
Ah, okay, the Irvin. I vibe with ESC. That's
Follow
nice.
our journey and watch us become India's biggest boy band.
They debuted in 2021.
That's pretty cool. I
Hi,
like
I'm
that.
Taitam. Hey, I'm Nolan. And hi, this is Sahil.
Pritam, Sahil.
What's up? It's Mukesh. It's me, Rehan.
The fuck? What are we doing?
We are ESC. And we're here to represent Northeast internationally very soon.
Northeast.
I hope that we're going to make it big by the end of 2026.
Okay, they're pushing.
Nice. They definitely got the best discography going on right now. This is cool.
Because I do think there is a market,
Definitely, certainly.
I just think it's more on the product.
This is solid. Yeah, they're pretty strong.
Need you on top, baby, put me on the floor. Show me what you've been waiting for, waiting for. जाने मुझे क्या हुआ?
I like it.
Yeah, we can do this all day long. Yeah. No, we don't have to wait no more. Mi amor. Yeah, we on
Mi
it
amor.
and nobody keep a score. Oh, hey, oh. Mi amor. Yeah, we on it.
Yeah,
like
no,
a
this
way.
works.
I
This
just
guy's
call
work.
you. Hey, yo, listen. This sound tomorrow, don't miss it. I'll be ripping the plate with some berries and cake. Put your name on it, watch it glisten. See, I won't fool around. To be honest, I'll let you keep the crown. Cause girl like you miss the shoot. On it, honest.
Where the fuck did she go?
I'll be honest.
Get you an Indian body, mate.
To be honest with you, be honest with you, be
Yeah, no,
honest.
vibing. This is a vibe.
Oh, what the fuck? Financial, market domination, visibility.
I can take you right to the top, I can fix it up.
I have a question though. Here's the thing: when some of the challenges that people face right in the industry at the moment is like industry support. So maybe they're not getting the backing, and obviously financial support, so they're not getting backing from the industry. I think that's bollocks, because look at what the Punjabi artists were able to build for themselves. All I think what you do is you get all the Punjabi producers, all the Punjabi video makers that blew the fuck out of the Punjabi scene from nothing, because they had no industry support for the longest time.
I would argue the underground rap scene.
In Punjab is ridiculous. So all
But
I'm
like in general, even like the Desi hip hop scene has a lot of resources that they have gathered by themselves with absolutely no help from anybody else.
True, but it depends who it is, though. I think Punjab is the best example of that, because they still have the best production, I feel, out of India, actually. That's like from an independent group or artists that were independent at some point, and then they went into the big labels later with the distribution deals. So I don't know why we're not working with those guys, because those guys are all about like showcase talent, like they're about the streets. Obviously our boy group is not very street. It's as fucking as soft as it gets from that perspective. You know, you're not gonna be Sidhu Musvala, bro, but you can certainly be a fucking pop icon.
Yes.
And I just think you play to what the market is, because maybe you're trying to get, fucking T-Series to back you, and I don't think they will.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was
But you
arguing
can get the Karanoljas, you can get the Yo-Yo Honeys, you can get the Diljits to be involved in projects like this, in the sense of like with the same producers that they've worked with.
Yes.
They just seem raw at the moment.
I know you care for no one. I'm Johnny. Just like people hate funny. तेरे ऑफिस मुझे ये आगे जाना क्यों जाऊं मैं तेरे पास हर बार ढूंढूं राह सुनसाने तेरे ऑफिस मुझे ये आंधे मेरा बेकरार when it's you posing.
I mean, it's all about the song,
I'm frozen, something holding me back, but I can control it. Feel close then, tell sure there. Just give me time to hear myself. Stress on my mind, my mental health.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Too funny.
Just cause you are Johnny, can't read ya. Jo bhi tha, it's over.
They're trying.
It's cool. It's cool. The song is not bad at all.
Seems financially is the most.
Yeah, because I think this is such a brand new movement. I don't think a lot of like the big investors would want to take a risk in that sense. Especially because India is quite traditional in the way that they approach music.
But it worked with Sanam.
Yeah, but they had a lot of popular backing before they made it big. So like they became very famous because of their covers that they used to make with their like LSD camera.
It's all about song. They have good music.
Yeah, they do actually. conceptually, I still think ESC have a better concept, but this is really good music though.
Well, Outstation reminds me closer of what Sanam, sort of how they became, right? Because I think Outstation, the kids that from the reels, it's just, I don't think reels translate that well into like album sales or
No.
YouTube views the same way that like YouTube content does. But they did get a big hit, #1 trending song in India. So I think Outstation seems to be the ones with the most sort of umph behind them. I also do have an issue though, because I'm just getting an idea, getting a better idea on what the casting of every group is. And I think we're still casting quite weak vocalists.
I agree.
I don't know why.
Because we're prioritizing visuals.
It does. What the fuck? Who gives a fuck? Like,
No, well, that's the whole
No,
thing about boy groups.
I know you have to make him
it's
hot boys.
pop.
But I'm just saying.
For the teenage girls.
But I'm just saying, you're not ugly. You're just broke. So who gives a fuck?
That's actually legit.
Like who? If there's actually money in this, who cares if you cast a couple of fucking ugly boys? Give him some styling, a nice little haircut. Maybe his fucking nose is crooked. Fix it. That's the same thing everyone does in Korea, in Japan, in China, in fucking the US, in South America, forever. Just it isn't about like they're just trying to cast them naturally perfect. Like what the fuck? Good luck, bro.
Well,
it's possible.
It has worked before. It has worked before when they cast great performers and terrible singers.
But ain't no way.
And the pop market just eats it up.
But ain't no way people were thinking Niall Horan was like a fucking 10 out of 10 Calvin Klein model.
When he was in like X
Factor. No one fucking...
He wasn't ugly.
Zayn was the only person that people were saying, holy shit. But even he, bro, needed some help. He was like some kid from Luton or whatever the fuck he was from. It's like they all need help. Everyone is helping marketing and staging and presence and everything like that. And that's where you have a team.
Yes, it's true.
But
prioritize vocals.
Prioritize vocals, bro.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna fail in India. I think you're gonna fail so poorly because you're gonna have the vocals split and then the crowd's gonna be very mild. However, they like Yo Yo Honey Sing also, so maybe it doesn't matter.
But they have believed for the longest time that he's singing live. So like
true. You gotta be able to fool the people.
Yeah, the whole idea is that you are singing live.
Yeah.
The 19, I've seen these guys. These guys are pretty cool. They're pretty popular everywhere though. I love that they also replicate the formula that have worked in their viral videos.
Okay.
They're replicating it for their singles. Which, why not?
Makes sense.
That's cool. I like that. I wonder how well they stream though. I think they're pretty independent in a lot of the things they do, like video production and music composing and everything. It's pretty much themselves. Or I'm under that impression.
Hello, bud.
This has a bit of like that Nepalese
Vibe.
vibe.
Or Northeast.
Yeah. I like the vibe of this. That's cool.
Let's go, सारी मेरी यादों में तुम ही एक रहती हो, let's go, let's go, लगेगा ये वो कब इनसे दौड़ को.
don't think you have to be like Backstreet Boys or BTS or
No, you can be.
for India.
You have the opportunity to be something completely new and different.
Yeah, it seems the reason why Indian boy bands fail as of now, I don't think they'll fail forever. It does seem to be like lack of property, lack of proper marketing, and the inconsistent output, as the video is saying. I agree with output and fan base disconnection. I think India's yet to find out. I mean, in some ways they have not yet to find out, yet to discover how to do it with boy groups, but they have in some way naturally done it with like singers. Do you remember when Arijit Singh and like Jubin Nautiyal, they used to be like fucking rivals?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want that shit.
Yes,
You know,
it's true.
when like Shreya Ghoshal, is she the best singer in the fucking world? Yeah, she is. No, she is. I'll fucking die if you disagree. You want this. You need that. You need that tribalism. You need that fucking feeling of like people will die for your singers. Please don't. So you need that in boy groups. It's the only way you fucking sell tickets. It's the only way you consume things. It's the only way people become obsessed with your
It's
stuff.
actually part of the experience of pop.
Also, yeah, but I mean, it's like, but there's a science behind that. There's a formula behind that, and there's a machine behind that. And I don't think they've applied it there, because they have applied it in other moments. They've applied it with movies and stuff like that, but they haven't applied it to like boy groups.
Because I don't think the industry yet sees the potential here. Because
No, I think they do. That's why we're doing that fucking video, because if big conglomerates in the world are now investing and auditioning here, and you have already 2 successful groups in India, and you have a previous one that's Sanam, also the bands in India are sort of dead. So
Yeah,
boy
shame.
groups hopefully are gonna come back. But there was a moment where Indian bands were really kicking ass. So there is investment. This is the time to invest. It's just still the stock value is still low, but this is the time to invest. All I'm trying to say is I think casting is a big problem still. I think obviously if you don't have to be BTS, bro. Why not give me 5 Punjabi boys that are like 6'4", each of them, and they're fucking dancing Bhangra, and on top of that they sing and they can rap and do this other shit. You have a boy group.
yes,
Why not give me 4 Arijits in one fucking place?
yeah,
And they're
like
all mellow, they're all musicians.
Exactly, and the whole concept is that they do the best ballads
and
the
they do
best
classical.
heartbreak song.
And they do classical as well. And they can fucking do Hindustani classical. You know?
Yeah.
Why not? You don't have to do, and then on top of that, that opens you up to then do soundtracks, to then do some fucking, playback singing. Why the fuck not?
Absolutely.
Play with whatever the fuck is working at the moment and then slowly evolve. But reinventing the wheel is going to be tough. Even Sony is somewhat failing at that with their own groups. We will do a girls version of this. There's just even less of them.
That's crazy.